I would sleep in my shop on a pretty regular basis. I would show up for work and there wouldn't be like any guns for me to work on, so I would just close the outside door to my shop and close the inside door and close the cage door and then just lie down on the floor and take a nap for a while. Sometimes I would get out of PT or like certain company functions. We have a 94th Brigade Support Battalion run coming up tomorrow. Oh no, shoot. You know what? I can't go. Delta Company needs their weapons gauged.
Yeah.
Yup. Delta Company. Weapons gauged. Yeah, I gotta be up bright and early. When is the battalion run? 5 a.m. is when I have to be at Delta Company gauging their weapons. And I would show up at Delta Company at 5 in the morning and be like, yeah, I'm supposed to gauge your weapons. They'd be like, yeah, you just did that like 2 months ago. I'd be like, yeah, I'm just gonna fall asleep in your arms room, alright?
You just straight up told him you were going to fall asleep? Really? I can't say I ever had quite the experience you did. I was in the engineer support company, and I was operating the water machinery most of the time. And then the motor pool unit got deployed, and we had nobody to drive the Humvees. So I got cross-trained into motor pool so that we could move our water machinery around. And for a brief period of time, the motor pool was deployed, and they needed us to do different kinds of work. I would usually opt for the easiest of the two jobs. Oh, we need someone to drive these 7 tons around all these places. Oh, no, water support needs me to do this. Oh, we need to load up these 3 TWIPS units, these giant machines. Oh, I guess I better go with the motor pool, because they need me to drive the Humvees. You know what you're gonna need when you're transporting those water purification machines? Somebody to transport the troops. I'll get the 7-ton. And then motor pool came back. And I still...
Free ride is over.
But many of them had gotten out, and motor pool was just down to 4 or 5 people.
Oh, jeez.
So we still stuck around.
Nice. Hurricane Katrina was fun.
No, it wasn't. Lots of people lost their lives.
I went outside and somebody had left a PlayStation sitting outside in the rain. And I found it and I skipped it off the water. And I ruined the Chuck Taylors that I was wearing. And then I also watched the roof of the gazebo get blown away. I literally... This is how low of a point I was in my life. I had just taped all of my windows and put blankets behind them so that the glass broke. It wouldn't shower on me while I was asleep. I had just finished doing that, and I was like, I've never been in a hurricane before. And I went and stood outside in the hurricane while there's high winds blowing and chunks of metal flying through the air, just kind of hoping that maybe a stray brick would hit me in the head so I wouldn't have to go to work tomorrow.
And then you heard from your officer's office, oh no, my roof just collapsed. My new cabinets are ruined. Oh, the palatable irony.
The day after Hurricane Katrina, I had to help one of my friends go out in the parking lot and flip over his Volkswagen Beetle because the storm had flipped it over.
Of all the things that could be flipped over, yeah, I would imagine that. Did he return the favor? Did he help you flip your car over?
My car didn't get flipped over.
Did he help you flip it anyway?
And then I also got the Humanitarian Service Award for aiding during the Hurricane Katrina cleanup.
Ah, because you flipped over that car.
No, I walked around post and picked up sticks.
Is that literally what got you the award?
That is what got me the award. And when they gave me the award, I tried to not accept it. Because I said, I didn't earn this. And they said, just take the fucking award. And I went, okie dokie.
Did you ever wear it?
No, I didn't even put it on my uniform. I didn't fucking earn this. I'm not putting it on my uniform. When I got out of the military, I think I had like 4 ribbons on my uniform.
What were your 4 ribbons? One of them is obviously the National Defense ribbon we all had.
Yes, that one. There was the Operation Iraqi Freedom ribbon.
And you also had the good cookie, I'm sure, because your good behavior.
I think I had that one too.
Even after you damaged the machinery and told your warrant officer to piss off.
I think that was pretty much it. I think I only had like those 3 ribbons.
And also the 4th one you rejected. But you still had.
Oh, yeah, and also the 4th one that I rejected. I remember. This still makes me mad. This still annoys me.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure the Marines have something similar to it, but there's a thing in the Army that's the ARCOM, which is the Army Commendation Medal.
Okay.
You did something great. Here's recognition for it.
Oh, that sounds like a very nice medal to have.
You can get them for all kinds of different things. I never got one. I'm still bitter about it.
But you should have got one because...
Oh my god.
Aside from all of the work you did being the sole armorer...
Being the sole armorer, when I was in Iraq, weapons are supposed to be gauged every 6 months. Every 6 months, you're supposed to make sure that everything is within spec. And if you're in combat, it's 1 year, because you probably won't have time to gauge all the weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Well, somebody in our chain of command decided that they wanted to make it every 6 months while we were in Iraq.
Okay.
And they didn't tell me about this until a day before it was going to be up. You're kidding me right now.
The only thing you can do at that point is tell them, there's not much I can do.
I'll do what I can, but I can't do a whole lot.
Mm-hmm. So you had over 800 weapons?
Over 800. I think the record was somewhere around 1,050 something weapons.
A lot of weapons.
And so I basically had to contact all of these different companies. Most of them were in our base, but a bunch of them were at little tiny COPs, Coalition Operating Post. Little tiny ones all over the place in Baghdad. In 24 hours, I gauged 1,000 some odd weapons. I just went from our base to cop to cop to cop to cop. Half the time I was riding in other companies' vehicles that were like, oh yeah, we're going by that area. We'll just drop you off. Yeah, pretty much. It was literally, we're going by that area and we have to stop in there for a refuel.
You were hitchhiking.
It was pretty much hitchhiking from base to base in Iraq. And I was up for over 24 hours because I would just go from one to the other, and I would sleep in the vehicles in between. I would just like fall asleep in one of the Humvees in between, like going from one to the other. I somehow managed to get all of those done. I got back to my base. I am so fucking tired. I am so tired. Went back to my room and slept for about 2 hours before somebody woke me up because I needed to fix something else.
Oh yeah, get back to your job.
Get back to your job. Why are you slacking? I got nothing. I basically got a pat on the shoulder and yeah, good job, get back to work.
Mm-hmm. Now you're going to work again.
Go to work like 2 days later. Somebody fixes the air conditioning unit on the battalion commander's Humvee.
That's good.
And he gets an ARCOM for it.
That's all. All I had to do was repair the air conditioner, and that was it.
For something that had already been slated to be done. And the guy that fixed it got an Army Commendation Medal. And here sits Specialist Zach with absolutely nothing to show for working his ass off and gauging over 1,000 weapons in 24 hours.
Did anybody know you had done this, or was this a silent sacrifice?
I told people about it because my company was like, where's Specialist Zach? Why isn't he in the motor pool?
He's out doing gauging on weapons. He'll be back later, I guess.
Yeah.
They didn't even know.
I think a lot of it just came down to, most of the time, people just didn't understand what it was I did. And it still happens when I'll tell people, oh, I was the battalion armor. They'll be like, oh, so you sat in the arms room. No, I didn't sit in the arms room. I have to resort to telling people that I was the battalion gunsmith. Because if I tell people that I'm the battalion armor, they assume that I just sat in the arms room and did nothing all day.
I've known you for over a decade since your military service, and I still think that's what you do.
If the gun was broken and the guy that sits in the arms room can't fix it, I am the person that has to fix it.
At the very least, let me congratulate you. I can't give you that award, but, yeah, congratulations. I know your story now.
I accept this award on behalf of me, myself, and I.